Luka is a high-volume misser from the three-point line and the free throw line. Book it, because it's right here.
What's up, y'all? This is Relly Hall back with another video. Yes, and today we'll be talking about the absurd comments from Skip Bayless about Luka Doncic. The Dallas Mavericks Luka Doncic is an incredible player that is far from the reality of Skip Bayless. Now, Skip Bayless must be stopped, not because he's a bad analyst, but because he says things about great players that are totally untrue. Let's be real. Skip Bayless has historically been known for being biased to high name talent just because. LeBron James has been a recipient of that bias for decades, and Luka Doncic is now following LeBron's tracks. And to even go another step forward, if you just really look at some of the things Skip Bayless says, yes, I understand he has to say opinions that's gonna create traction, but come on, some things, especially the things he says about LeBron James, is so blasphemous. Like, come on, you're really gonna sit here and say Luka Doncic is just high volume? Like, come on. Like, yes, we understand that Luka Doncic is a scorer. Sometimes he is not having the best shooting nights, but let's be real. Luka Doncic has been one of the most outstanding sophomore players that we've seen in a very long time. Luka Doncic is, to be honest, is playing like a veteran player. Like, let's be real, like, he's got his team in the playoff in his second season. Now, I know Donovan Mitchell has done that, but if you really look at what Luka Doncic is doing in his second season and look at what Don has did in his second season, Luka Doncic is doing a lot more. And, you know, on top of that, Luka Doncic, you could argue realistically that Luka Doncic is the better overall scorer than Donovan Mitchell. On top of that, he is showing you that he can do it on any part. Like, he can rebound the ball effectively, he can pass the ball effectively, and like I said, he can keep his scoring volume very, very high. Like, Luka Doncic is a very intriguing part of his roster, and he's a very important piece to his roster, because if he's not there, they're not winning long term. The longevity of the Dallas Mavericks depends on the health of Luka Doncic. This depends on the future of Luka Doncic, because Luka Doncic is the will of the Dallas Mavericks. So honestly, when Skip Bayless says absurd things like that, saying that Luka Doncic is this and this and this, you know what I'm saying? Basically trying to say Luka Doncic is not that great of a player, and even having segments to saying that he would pick Zion over Luka Doncic. Yes, I understand Zion has a very huge ceiling, but come on, if you're really going to go off of what Luka Doncic is doing right now, Luka Doncic can impact the game a lot more than Zion. He can shoot the ball a lot better than Zion. Yes, he's not as athletic as Zion, but if you look at all the intangible, Luka Doncic is better. Defensively, Zion has Luka. That's obvious. But let's be real, on the offensive end, Luka Doncic is killing Zion. He can literally, if you stop Zion from going to the paint, which is hard, I'm not saying like it's easy, but if you can limit his touches to the paint, I mean, you can really stabilize Zion to an extent, right? If you do that to Luka Doncic, he is still a threat on the perimeter, which makes him such a great player, because he can score in both ways. He can score inside, he can score outside, he can score literally however he wants to, however he feels, and he just makes players better. And even if he's not scoring the ball, he can pass and rebound the ball very, very effectively. So Skip Bayless, when I say Skip Bayless must be stopped, Skip Bayless must be stopped for the simple fact that he says crazy opinions, right? And like I said, I respect opinions because everybody has the option to have an opinion, but Skip Bayless' opinions is so, like, he like, you almost can tell he just go up there one day and just say, hey, I'm just gonna say something blasphemous just to get the ratings up. Because there's no way in the world he can really mean this about Luka Doncic, because Luka Doncic, for anybody that has eyes, realize that Luka Doncic is the future of the NBA. So, with that being said, if you like today's video, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. And do not forget to hit the notification bell for more amazing content, because we are on the grind, the official grind. With y'all help, I know I can get there. So, with that being said, ghosts.